Broadcasting your live sporting event has been nearly impossible until now. Back in the day, it required a camera crew, expensive cameras, a staff to run the cameras, and it was all very expensive. But now you can use the internet and inexpensive, permanently mounted web cameras. It only requires one person with a smartphone to manage the whole thing. You can update scores, record practices and matches for review afterward, and the same system can double as a security monitoring system to help protect your venue. So let's see just how easy it is to operate. Our live streaming sports app can be used for any sport and has two parts, one for viewing the live sporting event and the other to manage what is being displayed. In this brief demo, we will show you an example of both. Here we have a single location that's set up. You could have multiple locations simply by clicking on Add. So for example, you could have the indoor tennis courts and also have cameras on the outdoor courts, or maybe the lacrosse field or the rugby field or the softball field. In any case, all those locations would show up here. Then you simply select the cameras for that location. In this case, they have 4 cameras on 4 courts. You'll notice right now, I'm going to go ahead and show the user side, or the place where all of your parents, alumni, donors, and any stakeholders would go to actually see the live sporting event. So here is the other side to this application that shows what people will actually see. You can customize the logo, anything you want to display here, and then in this case you'll know, and you can also show the scores for each event. You'll also note that we have the cameras turned offline. That is so, for example, if we don't want to show what's going on in our practice to our competitors, this will allow them for us to have some privacy. So if we want to make these cameras live, we simply go to the camera, click on Edit, click on Make the Camera Live, and then the only other thing that we would have to do is update the scores on for example, if it were the end of an inning or maybe the end of a game, then we would simply go and update the score on that particular camera or court or location. Here's where you go to update the scores. So you can update the home team name, or in this case we have individual players. You could put your doubles players on here as well, and then you simply put and update your scores. If you had a sporting event that had more than 3 sets, for example, if you were playing softball and you had 9 innings, then there would be 9 on each side here. But you simply update the scores, publish the camera, and go back to the live venue. And you can see that we've updated the scores and made the cameras live. You can also turn each individual camera to go full screen if you choose. Or you can see all of the cameras on an individual screen. And this can handle as many cameras. It will just sit there and continue to scroll down. So you could have, 10 cameras or 16 or however many cords or cameras you have set up. The other thing that's great is that you can record your live events for further review. For example, you could record your practices, you could record your matches, and then review them as a coach, or allow the players to review them and download them and see them later. You can also use this application for security monitoring with no additional special equipment. You'll be able to see and record what goes on 24/7 at each camera. Well, that's it. You've been trained. It really is that simple to run. Check out our pricing below and get started.